We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now Hall to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Adams, the man in motion left. Allen now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And some room to work. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Travis Kelce from 19 yards away. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And the tight end goes in motion left. Ball again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Right. Here we go. 58. Inside.
On first and 10, it's Hall. He'll get this up to about the 44. The Jets at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Over here.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Nothing like a little power football that they're playing right there on the left side. That was the strong side of the offensive line. They paved the way.
They paved the way. He lowered the shoulder and powered forward to convert. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Now it's Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Alert, alert, alert!
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 39 yards there, a big one. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Allen to throw once more. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 2nd and inches, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Allen. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Bills. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Give to Hall running right. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers, and this is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 94 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're...
Touchdown, Jets! Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. 49 yards.
And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Allen, eluding the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen gonna throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Hardman on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 64 yards. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen throws the out route, and he's got it complete to Hines. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, 30 yards.
And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Allen now on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hines. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen now looks to throw. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Buffalo. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Bass now to send it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bills. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the number.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, take 26.
On play action, now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Allen to throw it. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey, for a Bills touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line
under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Buffalo,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they will head home next week to take